Hi everyone, I'm Scott Schneider. This is Stereo Niche. Well, 2023 is coming to a close, but 2024 looking pretty awesome here. Look, stick around. Well, hi everyone. Well, 2023 is ending, and I was planning to do a bit of a closure video and go through that, and I still plan on doing that. But before I got there, I had to go pick up some things. So I made a big trip to Florida over the last couple of days and came back with a lot of cool stuff. Not all from one place, from a couple of different places, and so things are in a bit of cool disarray, if you will. So instead of just putting it all away and not, letting you see some of this, I thought, well, I had to sort of stage it a bit to bring it in. So I thought, why not show you guys, what will be some of this stuff that will be coming up for discussion in 2024. So I'm going to get behind the camera and I'm going to walk you through the stuff I just picked up and let you guys see what, what's coming in. And some of this will be in a future video at some point. So let's get started. All right, so let's see here. Starting off with some cool audio racks. Not something I typically pick up. Usually they're not dedicated audio racks like these, so that's why I typically don't. But in this case I did. These are exceptional audio racks, lots of isolation. I don't have all the shelving in these yet because I'm going to move them around, but just for a quick setup here, you can see these are all the little isolation, little points here that you put in. They mount here, and then your shelf goes on top of them. Very cool. These are also little isolators for the audio research that I'll show you in a bit. Another stand on top, just a separate stand, and then this, really cool here. Each level is also isolated on their own. Some of the initial units. Now this is not all from one collection. These are a couple of collections here. Nice phono preamp, a headphone amp, some X cans, and then a little tube buffer here for line level inputs here. So let's move on into some other stuff. So again, you're going to see a couple of different eras of gear here. Some much older stuff, early stuff, like these tube units. There's some couple little Grommes, integrated amps, very cool. Now none of this has been tested. Don't know if it works. I'll cross my fingers it's going to work. A very cool little Fisher 30A monoblock here. Only one. The first one I've had, actually. I've not ever had this. I've not ever run across this before, so kind of cool. But what really gets me excited is this one. This bit of a rust bucket here. It needs a lot of cleaning up, and hope the trannies are good. But this is a Craftsman 500. And I've had one for about 10 years now, and I could never find a match, and finally found one. So gonna have to get creative and see what I can do to sort of get both of them. The other one is in better shape than this one, but they still need a lot of restoration. So we'll see how that goes. But very exciting to find this match, and cross my fingers, it's all in good shape here. Along with that, some AR3As. If you've not ever seen the covers off of these before, they're pretty ugly, but that's the way 3As are. That's just that's just the way the early AR gear looked. But the cabinets are in great shape. Very excited. I restored a set of these about 10 years ago, 11 years ago, I guess, and have a set of these as well that I've done. So looking forward to doing that again. Paperwork, can't ever underappreciate getting the paperwork is always cool. So excited to have that. Before I keep going that way, move back over this side. Some realistic Mach 1s, and the cabs are in pretty good shape on those as well. A Marantz cassette here, 5220. These didn't come with that stuff, but a lot of, when I can find early or older audio magazines, I always try to pick them up. So they were just going to toss these out, so I said, sure, I'll go through and take some. So I pick those up as well when I can. This is fairly rare, not the dual 1019, but the cover here, a high stackable cover to keep your stacker here dust free. So you don't see those too often, and that's in very good shape. All right, moving back over here. This is a Klipsch subwoofer, a nice VPI record cleaner, also a lot of peripherals came with it. If you're seeing that sort of zebra stuff there, a nice cool set of audio physics speakers. That's going to be really fun. I've got them in place, haven't set them up yet, but they're in their places where they'll be reviewed soon. So looking forward to that. A massive power conditioner. It looks like an amp, but this is the largest power conditioner I've ever come across on my own here from PS Audio. They make some rather substantial power conditioners. This is one of them. Along with the system, they were getting rid of the turntable, and so I asked, what are you going to do with your records? And they said, well, we've had friends and others go through them and pick what they want, but you're welcome to pick out anything that's left here, because we're just going to give them away anyway. So I did, and got quite a few very cool records, so I'm quite excited about that. Along with, of course, when you have high-end systems, you typically have some high-end cables and interconnects. So picked up some very nice interconnects and some rather substantial power cables as well. So looking forward to digging through those a little more. With the earlier system came a Mac C24 preamp. And then along the way I picked up this cool Dust and Grooves book on record collecting. There's a Max 2105. I'm using one of these as my current reference amp. So picked up another one of these. A very nice Sennheiser headphones here came along with things. And look at that, Audio Research. That is an LS25 preamp, 2 preamp in the box. An Oppo DVD player and a Krell SA Super Audio CD player. Really exciting, all obviously with boxes here. The power, an Audio Research VT100 tube amp. What a beast. Interesting thing is though, this one is still set up for 220. So I'm going to have to, it doesn't have a external switch for switching it over to 120. So I'm going to have to dig into that and find out what it's going to take, because I don't have 220 run to my, my showroom here. So I'll have to see about that. And let's see, last but certainly not least, the turntable. It is a VPI Scout, and I partially started unpacking it here, but and for those questioning, the motor was not, I didn't move it that way. I put it there so you could see it. The platter's underneath, like it always should be. Original box, so I didn't completely disassemble it, so it carefully was in the back of my vehicle on the way here. So I'm still putting that back together, so something that'll be reviewed soon. So anyway, that's what I've been working on the last few days, and going to be bringing everything in. So lots of new stuff to talk about in 2024. All right, well, there you have it. You see kind of what I go through when I'm out acquiring stuff. And, you know, I have to sort of stage it and then kind of go through it a little bit, figure out where to put things. Some of this stuff is in playable shape. It came out of a working system. So some will go in here immediately. And like the speakers, I plan to do a review of them pretty soon and go through those and, you know, listen to them. So I'll do some reviews of some things rather early than later. Some things I had already had in queue to do a review of. So things will be mixed up a bit, but I thought I'd give you an idea of some new acquisitions here and a little bit about what it takes to, you know, bring stuff through. It's just me here. I don't have a crew working on stuff, so it's just me moving all this stuff around and doing everything. I'm going to be changing up the room a bit, not physically as far as where things sit, but what's in here and how the gear is organized. So I plan on switching it around. Everything has sort of been by manufacturer, but I plan to sort of change that up a bit. And once I get it settled in, I'll do an overview of that and show you guys what I've done. So I think that's it for the moment. The thanks so much for tuning in. 2023 was an awesome year. Did a lot of reviews, a lot of videos, several new series. The collector series I started. If you haven't seen that, check it out. The high-end series of very high-end exceptional gear. I've got a lot more of that to do. Some of these pieces actually I think will be in that category now. So some new videos in that series. And lots more to cover as far as reviewing, any of the collections. So lots to do in 2024. Looking forward to it. Hope you guys stick around. And if you don't want to miss any of those, hit subscribe. And thank you guys for tuning in.